If you are a rider like me, you will know how it feels to take your motorcycle on a long ride. No matter which motorcycle you have, no motorcycle is like this motorcycle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rev Explorers. I am Abhinav Bhatnagar and today we have with us the Kawasaki Versys 1000 BS6. Special thanks to Kawasaki Pune for providing us this bike for the review. You can visit their dealership for the best offers on Kawasaki products. And don't worry, because they are keeping your safety in mind and following all the guidelines issued by the government. I should ask you, are you new to our channel? Then hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss out hot content from Rev Explorers. We are also present on Instagram and we update everything over there as well. So go ahead and check out our page and follow us there as well. Now let's begin with this adventure tourer review of the Versys 1000 BS6. Kawasaki Versys 1000 got a revamp in 2019 and last year in 2020 it got a BS6 compliant engine. This year Kawasaki decided to discontinue one color, so now it is available just in candy lime color. In the front you have this big windscreen which is adjustable and then are dual LED headlamps with each of them having high beam and low beam. Along with that are LED turn indicators, and I really like this eagle nose design of the Kawasaki Versys 1000. The Versys 1000 gets 43mm upside down forks with preload adjustment on the left hand side and rebound damping on the right hand side. So both the tubes are adjustable, and with that is a black coated 17-inch alloy wheel in the front with Bridgestone tire of the section 120/70. For your safety it gets dual 310mm pedal disc brakes with Kawasaki calipers. And it gets something called as Kawasaki Intelligent Anti-Lock Braking System integrated with Kawasaki traction control. From the side profile it looks bulky and sporty. The bike gets a 21-liter fuel tank, and don't even worry about the fuel efficiency because this bike is meant for having fun on your long rides, because it gets a 1000cc inline 4-cylinder engine which is obviously liquid cooled, fuel injected and mated with a 6-speed gearbox. Now this engine delivers a maximum power of 120 PS at 9000 RPM and has a peak torque of 100 Newton meters at 7500 RPM. The complete bike weighs 255 kgs, which is slightly on a heavier side for a motorcycle like this. So you have to consider the weight while purchasing this bike. And with that the bike gets a ground clearance of 150 mm, which is decent enough for your long rides and rough patches. Now this bike is not meant to be taken on off-roads, but it does a very good job on the rough patches or the potholes. The Versys 1000 gets split step-up seat, and these are very comfortable and cushiony seats. You have a very wide rider seat and even wider pillion seat. So you'll have no problem while taking your +1 on a long ride. And with that you have this top rack integrated with grab rails so that you can easily mount your top box. For best-in-class comfort on the Versys 1000, you get a horizontal backlink monoshock suspension in the rear, which is gas charged and gets rebound damping as well as remote spring preload. With that, you have a sporty side-hung single-barrel exhaust with twin exits. Let's check out how it sounds. At the tail end are LED tail lights with LED turn indicators. Now it's time for us to hop onto the saddle. The Versys is a tall rider bike. The saddle height is 840 mm, the seats are wide, and I am 5'9". I can easily get 1 foot on the ground, and if you are above 6 feet, you can easily ride this bike, and if you are below that, you'll have to do a tiptoe. But be careful because this is a heavy motorcycle. And now it's time for us to check out the instrument cluster. The Versys 1000 shares the same instrument cluster from the Ninja H2. So you have a semi-digital instrument cluster. On the left hand side you have a beautiful tachometer. On the right hand side you have the digital display, so you get gear position indicator, then you have the speedometer. With that you have the fuel gauge on the left hand side, time, and on the right hand side you have multiple display so that you can see the average fuel efficiency, the distance to empty, and so on. On the right top corner is the power mode, so you have two modes, full and low, and on the lower side is the KTRC, that is the traction control mode, so you get 3 modes, 3, 2, 1 depending upon the terrain you are riding in. Along with that, around the tachometer are multiple indicators for engine mobilizer, engine malfunction, ABS malfunction, neutral, turn indicator, high beam indicator, and so on. With that, on the left hand side you do get a 12 volt DC socket for your charging needs. Coming to the handlebar, On the right hand side you have the kill switch integrated with the self start switch, and then you have the select switch so that you can select which type of screen you want to see in the digital meter. So whether it will be imperial screen or the metric screen. And with that you have an adjustable brake lever. On the left hand side you do get adjustable clutch lever. With that are multiple buttons. So you have the pass switch integrated with the headlight control, then you have the switch to control the digital instrument cluster. So you have the power switch to change between the power, so you just keep on pressing it. You can change between full and low power. Then you have the switch for traction control, so you can switch between the 3 modes. With that you have the cruise control because this is ride by wire technology, and then you have the reset switch to basically reset the display. With that are turn indicator control, hazard light switch and the horn. So it is a very loud single tone horn which definitely doesn't suit the Versys 1000 profile. So you should get a dual tone horn fitted. Other than that, the mirrors are very good. They have a curvature, so there is no blind spot, so you can easily take it on highway cruising. Now it's time for us to take this bike on the city roads of Pune and see how it performs. And before you go on a ride, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. There is no denying the fact that this is a heavy motorcycle. However, the weight is very well balanced and you can easily manage it. For the seats, I must say, they are very comfortable. In fact, the pillion seat is also very good. They are wide and cushiony. No doubt in doing more than 1000 kilometers ride on this bike. The seating is high and the posture is straight with wide raised handlebars and slightly rear set foot pegs. The wind visor also reduces the air drag while doing triple digits, overall helping in reducing the fatigue. The engine is super refined and powerful. It has got that punch from the low end itself. Triple digits are just a flick away. This bike does 0 to 60 in no time, and 100 also comes up really quick. I clocked 190 plus on this motorcycle in the 4th gear itself without any efforts, and that's how the power of this inline 1000cc engine is delivered. It feels really confident and can comfortably go above the speed I clocked. You get a choice of 2 power modes, low and full, where the low power mode limits it to 90 horses, and in full power mode you get all the 120 to play with. The passing speed is good at higher gears and there are no issues while overtaking. It never feels in need of power. In fact, while riding, I never had to downshift. Just accelerate and it takes care of the overtake. For your long rides, the cruise control will also come in handy because then you don't have to regulate the accelerator continuously. You can just set a speed and ride on it. Considering the engine size and the performance it has to offer, it is perfect sports tourer at this price point. The gearbox is very precise and light. The gearing ratio is also on a taller side, hence the motorcycle won't stall while picking up from higher gears. The slipper clutch also assists in smooth shifting and the clutch operations are on a lighter side. The brakes are really impressive. They inspire confidence and are really powerful. It brings the motorcycle to a halt from triple digits in no time. The ABS and traction control work hand in hand to keep this bike stable and in your control. The motorcycle also gets cornering ABS, and on top of it, it also gets 3 traction settings: least, medium and full traction. At the least setting, traction won't intrude much and you can easily pop a wheelie. Whereas in medium it is moderately intruding, and in full, well, it keeps the wheels from losing control at all costs. The feedback from both the ends is good. I wanted to see Brembo calipers on the Versys 1000, but I should say the Kawasaki calipers also do a great job. The suspension setup is slightly on a stiffer side, and that's how it should be, being a highway sports tourer. It gives a comfortable ride on the straight stretches and provides good control around the corners. The feedback is good and so is the high-speed stability. Small bumps are not even felt on this motorcycle. The big ones at relatively high speeds can still be felt, and it is advised to always adjust the suspensions according to your requirement. Although it is not electrically adjustable, but it can be fully adjusted. Kawasaki has very well managed the heat dissipation by channeling the hot air away from your legs, which doesn't create discomfort while riding in city. There are few things where the Versys can improve. The first one being the instrument cluster, as a TFT with navigation and connectivity is due on this motorcycle, as well as a bigger front wheel will definitely better the overall looks and will also improve the rideability. Other than that, Kawasaki has done a wonderful job in crafting this versatile system, which is a very capable touring machine. Sadly, our ride with the Versys 1000 has come to an end, and I don't want to let go of this motorcycle because this is a very refined and smooth 1000cc engine which is very powerful and capable. In fact, it is well equipped. So I do want to take it on long rides. But unlike me, if you want to take it on long rides, you can just get it in your garage at 11.44 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. There are only two things to consider about this motorcycle. The first being that it is slightly on a heavier side. The second being it is tall rider friendly. So if you are tall, this is the motorcycle for you. I hope this video was helpful for you. Do give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. If you are new to our channel, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss out hot content from Rev Explorers. We are also present on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. So if you have any doubts or inquiries, you can share with us over there. Else you can leave it in the comment section below. We'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home, stay safe and ride safe. Bye bye.